Hi, everyone, and welcome to another edition of the Coronavirus Diaries. Today, I have my guest here. His name is Aaron. So, Aaron, can you please tell me where you're located and what is your job?
Yeah, hey, thanks, Ravi. My name is Aaron. I'm located in Apple Valley, Minnesota, and I work for Nagios. So doing sales.
Okay. So, Aaron, I guess what is your job now like? Considering the coronavirus pandemic just happened. So, what is that like now?
Well, we've been the whole company's been working remote from home for the last couple weeks now. Right away, it kind of took a little bit of adjusting, but got a nice space set up in my bedroom with the company issued laptop and a couple extra monitors. So starting to get more and more comfortable with it as the time goes on, and you know,
Okay.
best of it.
Um, Okay. And then I guess so. What is the most difficult? I guess what is the most challenging part so far for your job?
Um, I guess it'd probably be just adjusting to the new setup. I mean, everyone's always familiar with their own workstations at the office, and also just staying on task. As you probably just saw, the dog jumped off my bed here. You got to let
Yeah.
him out, and there's other things that end up popping up that have to get taken care of. So,
Okay. And then I guess in your in the Apple Valley community area, what's the atmosphere like?
I haven't gone out a lot. I go to the Target that's pretty close every once in a while. It's usually pretty busy, which
Hmm.
is, makes sense. That's one place people have to go to get the things they need. But it's just kind of a weird vibe. People, are kind of staying away from each other and like navigating like further away down the aisleways so they're not getting too close. But it's
Yeah,
just strange because nobody knows who's got what.
that's true.
Just the
Actually,
cautiousness.
I actually went to Target today for the first time since the remote,
Yeah.
since we had to kind of do working from home, and yeah, I totally get what you're saying. Like, it was a weird vibe, and people were a lot more quiet.
Yeah, definitely.
So
Definitely.
I thought that was kind of like an interesting aspect.
Yep.
Um, so other than that, so for the coronavirus, how's that kind of affected you with like maybe your customers or like is that kind of influencing it at all with your customers
Um,
or
a
anything like that?
little bit. I mean, I don't know anybody that has it, but as far as business goes,
Hmm.
we're talking to a lot of people that are saying their companies are going on budget freezes just because they're not sure how everything's going to be affected with the economy and all of that. So um, yeah, I mean, I'm still getting a lot of people to renew, but there's a lot of people going, oh well, we're looking at making cuts. So what can we do here? Is there any way we can get a cheaper price? That kind of thing. Um, yeah.
Okay. How do you kind of like navigate that? Like when people do kind of ask for that, and sometimes is this like a policy? You can't really.
Well, we're not giving out discounts, but at the
Oh,
same
okay.
time, you have to kind of understand what everyone's going through, and have a little more compassion with people that are saying, the budgets are getting cut. It's like, well, yeah, I'm sure, there's not a
Hmm.
lot you can do about that, but at the same time, I feel like what we offer is fairly important. So, yeah,
Okay. And then I guess for the customers, what do you guys offer
as far as
for like the viewers for your company?
oh, it's an IT monitoring company. Or I, IT monitoring software. So it's basically a system that IT administrators can use to get an inside look at the health of their overall infrastructure. And right now, with a lot of companies having people working remote, there's a lot of devices that they're deploying to their customers that they might want to, take a look at and make sure
Mhm.
everything is working as it should. So it's one of those things that kind of goes hand in hand with what we sell.
Right. Do you want to add anything else?
I mean, I would say one of the things I could talk about would be golf. I went and played golf last week, but
Oh,
with the
really?
shutdown, all the golf courses were ordered to be closed. But there's actually a petition that was started and sent to the governor to have them opened with like kind of different guidelines and whatnot that courses need to follow by. And
Mm-hmm.
other states have allowed it, so it's just kind of waiting to see if that goes down because it's one of the few things I can get out of the house and do, you know.
Right. Actually, I'm kind of glad you mentioned that because I actually had he's a golf assistant. He's in
Hmm.
Wisconsin, and he actually talked about that bill. Like if it passes, there obviously they will open and he'll get more opportunity to actually, do his job.
Yeah,
So
exactly. It's strange. I mean, when I went out, you know, the clubhouse was closed. They weren't
yeah.
letting anybody take carts out. So basically, you paid online when you got there. You just kind of, well, it's my tea time. I'm up. And then the other thing that they did to kind of make it safer, I guess, is all the holes are raised like a half inch to an inch out of the ground. So
Oh,
when you're
okay.
when you're putting, you don't putt into the hole, and once the ball hits the cup, you count that as good. So nobody has to reach in the hole or pull the pin or anything like that. So
Tell me about what you did to prepare for this shutdown. Like, did you do anything special?
I went and did a little bit larger than normal grocery shop just so I don't have to go as often. Usually I don't get too much enough to last me a week or a few days, but I went and probably spent probably twice as much as I normally would when I heard, it's going to be crazy out there, and just, limit the amount of times that I have to go out and get things.
Right. Totally get that. Okay. I think that was pretty much all I've got for you. So Aaron, thanks again for coming on the show and kind of sharing your kind of perspective and information. So other than that, guys, please like, share, and subscribe to this channel. Until next time, thanks again.